friends. I'm going to be doing a Dutch pour on this, what is it, 15 by 30 inch canvas. I will zoom out when I get to working on it, but right now I want to show you the colors. I'm going to do a split base. And let's see. Well, first let me back up a bit. I'm using my favorite paints for a Dutch pour, the Liquitex Basics Fluid paints. They're not ready to pour paints. You do have to mix them with a medium, but a little goes a long way. I mix them 4 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. That's it. No water required. It gives you what I feel is a perfect consistency. So easy peasy. So 1 part of my base will be this phthalo blue. I did add a bit of Payne's gray to it to darken it up a little more. I mixed this color with 3 colors. Turquoise blue, light blue permanent, and aqua green. And that's what I got. Mostly these and a little bit of this. That's that. Then that's the base. And then I've got some of that light blue. What is it called? Yeah, light blue. Permanent. I did add a little white to lighten it up just a fraction so I'd have a little more contrast. This is the aqua green, white, and then I wanted gold and copper, but I didn't have any. I'm sure they make gold. I'm not sure about the copper in this brand paint, but I didn't have either. So I mixed it, and I'm going to share my recipe with you because I'm pretty tickled with the results. This is the copper I came up with. If you can see, I think it's pretty nice looking copper, and that I mixed with 2 parts, and I'll put this all down below as well. 2 parts of red orange, 1 part cad yellow medium, 1 part silver to give it the metallic bit, and 1 part burnt umber. So those are what I mixed to get copper. I may have gone in and added a little more copper, or silver rather, to give it, punch up the metallic aspect of it a bit. So it may have been 2 parts silver. And then the gold, I'm not super happy with this color, but it'll work. It's a light gold. And this one I mixed with 3 cad yellow medium, 2 silver, 1 white, and a few drops of this orange. In fact, I'm going to add another drop just to show you what I mean by a drop. That's it. So I probably have 5 drops in there now, just to warm it up a little bit. And that's my gold. Oh, I like that better. I'll stir that up real well off camera, but yeah, that's pretty good. So those are my colors. So I'm going to pause here and put down my base coat off camera, make sure I have enough and I get a nice even coverage. And then I'll be back to add these colors and blow it out. See you then. All right, my friends, my base coat is down. As you can see, I have zoomed out, so I think you can see the whole canvas. As I said, this is a 15 by 30, I believe. And it's a deep canvas. That's all I'm going to use from now on, unless I'm just experimenting, because I don't want to mess with frames anymore. Although these can look great framed as well, but they're pretty costly unless you make them like my friend Carrie is a woodworker. She makes beautiful frames. Okay, I'm going to run it along my dividing line here, my colors, And then I'm going to kind of do that twisty thing where I'm going to blow down, I think, here and then twist it up there. That's my plan. I don't know. And here we go. I have plenty of paint, and I'm going to actually do a series of 3 paintings, different techniques with these same colors. So that's my plan anyway. If I like this one, that is. Okay, copper. And gold. I have a little bit of each of the base coat colors left. I'm going to run a little bit of that, the dark blue, the phthalo on that side, and the lighter blue on this side, just for fun. Okay. Now, I usually use my little travel dryer, the flower one. I like it a lot, but it doesn't have a cool setting, and I just don't want to have a problem with it. So I'm going to use the big old hair dryer with a cool setting. I'm going to try it on low and see if that works, and here we go. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with it. This is an odd little thing, but it's kind of interesting. Almost looks like a seahorse from my direction. This is a little muddy down here. I wonder if I want to scrape that off and do that section again. I don't have a whole lot of blue left, but I think I have enough. I'm gonna do it. Oops. As you noticed, I switched to my smaller hair dryer for the little jagged things I like to push out. I haven't used the big one in so long, I felt very awkward with it. But you got to move quickly with the little one, and I overdid it here. So I'm going to scrape off, or at least, let's see, kind of the surface this much. And now, I got to tell you, I'm pretty tickled with my copper and my gold. Almost like that, but I can't leave that like that. I've got to come back with some blue. And maybe this phthalo. Did I say, oh, wait a minute, this is not the aqua green. This is phthalo green that I added white to. I think I told you it was aqua green, but it's phthalo. And what? Give me some of this blue. Okay. Just one little blow out there and hope to be done. Okay, I think I'm happy with it. What I love about these paints and this mix is that you don't get giant cells. I like a little sprinkling of them. They don't get any bigger than this. I just don't like those big cells that you get when you mix certain paints. And it's not the look I care for. So let me bring you in for a closer look at this one. That's what I like, that appearance. And I like this little thing here. I always like a little bit of not non-blown out area, especially when you're kind of looking for a focal point. I think it helps. And I'm pleased with the little revision I made down there. Rather not have had to have done it all, but I think it worked out okay. This would be the bottom. So I'll show you a picture of that at the end in the orientation that I see it. Okay, my friends, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, my friends, I'm back. As much as I like this seahorse shape, and I know it doesn't look like that from upside down. I'll try to remember to put a photo so you can see what I'm looking at. I really was hoping to go in the vertical orientation, in which case it looks very odd. So, because the other two pieces I plan to do the long way. So that's too bad, but I'm gonna change it up while I still can. It's hasn't been very long, so I'm gonna add a little bit of blue, green, and white. Maybe a little of the gold too. And just blow that out that away. And hope I don't live to regret it. And a bit of gold. Okay. Fingers crossed. Ah! I missed part of it. I like that. A little bit of white. Okay. Too much white. Don't want the white. Too much white. Oh, brother. This is when you really can get in a lot of trouble. When you try to fix something that was probably okay to begin with. But that stuck out like a sore thumb. I couldn't live with that. Okay. Copper? Why not? In for a penny, in for a pound. Okay. I just feel like maybe I need to run my finger through here to hook that, make that yellow a little less obtrusive. I don't like running my finger through, but okay. I can live with that, I think. All right, that's it. I'm happier. Hopefully it will develop a few little cells to kind of tie it in with the rest of this. And now I'm happy with it in the vertical orientation. Okay, friends, I'm leaving it alone. I truly am. Right after I do this. The little curly cues. I forgot, and I did do a few afterwards. I used to do that all the time. I hadn't done a Dutch pour in so very long. That's it. Bye now.